Hi there, and welcome to another episode of HCM Interviews with me, Cy Williams. I'm joined today by an old friend of High Canada Magazine, nominated for Master Grower at last night's Growup Conference Industry Awards Gala. The nomination was wonderful. Natasha Smith was on our cover exactly 5 years ago.
I can't believe that.
5 years ago, we were it was an all Alberta-centric issue.
Yep.
And we were celebrating cannabis culture pre-legalization.
Yeah.
And how vibrant Alberta was. And I remember us having a conversation like five and a half years ago at maybe a hemp fest or cannabis
hemp expo.
That's right.
Yeah.
About the importance, how there was more to Canadian cannabis than just Ontario or British Columbia.
Right.
And you and your partner Matt and all showed me so many things that were going on in the Edmonton market, that we expanded to the Calgary market, and that helped me and my group become a truly national magazine.
Oh, that's
Open that door to us.
Awesome to hear that. Yeah, Alberta, I think, kind of is like known on the map as like a cannabis hub.
It is.
Like there's so many cities within Alberta that have like tons of LPs and micro cultivation licenses, and like Aurora set up shop there, and they were one of the first OGs like in the legal industry.
So funny you use the word OG, because that's what I think about you. One of the things that infuriates me about our legal market is that we have a bunch of people who just started growing in 2018 who are laying claim to being legacy growers. But I know people like yourself who were growing for so long before legalization was even a topic of consideration, a thought.
Right.
Doing it for the passion behind it, for the right reasons,
the medical
side.
Yeah.
And seeing it took 5 years for you to get nominated. I see you smoking that joint. We were just given some organic cannabis
From the judging.
No, this isn't from the judging. This is somebody who just wanted us to try it. They wanted us to try, so we're trying out some organic cannabis.
It's pretty tasty.
It is pretty tasty. I see. I'm having a hard with it now. I like organics, but we didn't judge any organics. So for those of you who don't know, Natasha and I were judges in the first legal Cannabis Cup that happened here at the Growup conference in Niagara Falls. There were 12 judges, all the judges had been in the industry for a long time.
Yeah, it was very representative.
Very from across the country. We had people from Quebec and Montreal, and men, women. It was very inclusive. We judged 13 samples of flower of legal brands that are out there in the cannabis community.
Yeah, I have to say I was actually blown away by the quality.
Me too. I went in a little skeptical, thinking, I'm only going to like a few things.
We've all purchased cannabis from the dispensaries. We know how it can be, right? So of course we're going to have that skepticism going into it.
Some of them blew my mind, and I knew we were going to be getting some fire. They warned us, but there were a couple in particular that were not only outstanding, but like there's people talk about the quad market and like really like that top-notch 5A flower, and I so seldom see it. I got to taste a few examples.
And
see a few examples. And it's funny, all the judges, it became a community judging event. So I sat next to Natasha and Nikki, and we had Kate and Ben Miner and Ross. Pete.
Yeah.
And Marley Tweedledoo. And Claude on one end, and Wacky Willie, and we were all sharing notes and comparison on all.
Along with Remo as well.
Remo was he was like a grandmaster in his element, orchestrating all of this chaos into perfectly aligned.
Because it's no easy task to put on a cannabis cup. Do you know what I mean? There's
Trying
so
to
many
do
variables.
it in a blind way, so there's no favoritism, is incredibly hard. Because we don't want it to be one of those cups where the person who put the most advertising revenue into the event is the winner.
Right.
The person who sponsored the most things or bought the most tickets. This time it was a blind test. We didn't know.
Yeah, there was just numbers, 1 through 13, all in the same jar.
All in the same jar. We got to look at them and we examined them in a bunch of qualities. How they
We
looked.
did a visual test first.
And then how they smelled. Got to squeeze them.
Of course, the sniff test.
And then after that, we went into the consumption part.
Exactly. And there was 3 components to that consumption.
That's
part.
right. And here's where we got tricky. So you had to judge it on a scale of 1 to 10 on smell. Was it smell?
Yeah, smell and visual, and then
ash.
the ash. How
the
clean.
ash was very important.
Yeah, we had to judge how clean it was.
The overall
experience.
Now, what's funny is you don't realize how picky people are when it comes to ash. Like as an artist, there's a 0 to 100 gradient on black, right? So we found the best we could find was maybe an 80% white. We found a white ash.
Absolutely.
We also found very black ash.
Yes.
And there is a gradient. And what the funny thing is out of the 13 we smoked, the last 4 or 5 had nice clean ashes, 80% white. But then I smoked some organic that Greg from Humblebees had produced. And I smoked it and I looked at the ash and it was 100% white. And I looked at it going,
you even took the glasses off.
I did. I took the glasses off and went, wait a second, this is whiter than our best sample. Says something for vegan, organic.
And I don't know, I don't know if those guys flush. Like, they claim they don't even need to. They can just.
Well, they're not putting anything in.
Exactly. They just.
And that's no flushing. That white ash. So we were really picky, and then at the end of all this, they made us do complex math and organizational skills. So personally, I smoked like 25 joints that day.
Yeah, I was wrecked.
Yeah, but I was wrecked as well, but we still did complex organization and math. So because we had to identify, organize, and total up our subtotals.
And there was a 3-way tie for second place. So there was some rejudging that had to occur the next day, and I believe you were part of that.
I was, and I was really fond of that number 13.
Yeah, I know that number, and number 2.
I
still don't know who produced.
And there was one really good Tangy.
Yes.
That I'm surprised didn't. I have to find out if it made it. I did not judge the second day. The hash day.
I did not. I could not handle that. I don't think.
I was up on stage and doing things, and I was like, do I smoke hash all day, or do I go do work? And unfortunately, responsible Cy Williams decided that it was better that Dave compete judging.
Smart.
Yeah, and Dave smokes more hash in a day than I do in a month. So
yeah, and so his palate is more experienced, and he'd probably be a better judge for that product.
100%. And I'm really a flower person.
Me too. Flower all day.
What's in store for you? What are you doing going into the end of 2022 and 2023? I understand you're an independent right now.
Yes,
so
I'm kind of a free agent.
Kind of like being a baseball player looking for a team? Or?
Yes, teamwork makes the dream work, baby. I'm just kind of, my end goal would be to have my own micro cultivation license.
Support that 100%.
I'm not out to build like a name for myself or a brand. I just want to grow high quality cannabis and supply it to the Canadian market. So I'm just looking to wholesale cannabis.
Okay.
And let the guys that are out there that have the money for marketing budgets and such to just sell my product. I don't care what name it goes under. I just want it on the shelves for Canadians because they deserve it. And it's aggravating to go to a dispensary and spend $30 to $60 on an eighth of flour and it doesn't get you high, or it's not, doesn't taste very good.
Yeah,
that's not fair to the consumer.
It's not.
So standards needs to come up a little bit, which like I said, I was blown away with those samples in the Cannabis Cup competition. So it tells me we are moving forward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, if you want to hear more about Natasha's ongoing, lifelong story journey when it comes to cannabis, make sure you check her out on Instagram. You are YEG Grow Girl on Insta.
100%. Please follow me.
We have been following her for 5 years plus now. We can't wait to keep following you well into a bright and beautiful future.
Well, I love your magazine. It's been one of the OGs that's like lasted through this crazy industry over the years. So yeah, and congratulations on your awards.
Thank you very much.
You guys won what category?
We won Best Online Cannabis Cultivation
News Source.
What a mouthful.
Yeah, that's a huge honor.
That's it for us right now. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Talk to you later.